Good afternoon, everyone. Firstly, I pay my humble homage to our founder president, Dr. Punjab Rao Allies Bhausaheb Deshmukh. I welcome all the participants who have joined this online guest lecture series. I also welcome our today's honorable guest, Dr. Atul Dod sir. And I wish you very happy Earth Science Week. Our today's guest, Dr. Dod sir, will be giving a webinar on mining geology and career prospect. Dr. Atul Dod sir is presently working as a district mining officer, Aurangabad. He has done his BSc from Sri Shivaji Science College, Amravati. In Then he has done his master's degree in geoinformatics in 2008 and master's degree in geology at Sant Gadge Baba Amravati University in 2010. Then he has awarded PhD degree in 2014 from Sant Gadge Baba Amravati University. Topic Geoinformatics Investigation in Bodi River Basin using remote sensing and GIS. He also qualified SET in 2016 and he has worked as a lecturer in Department of Geology, Sri Shivaji Science College, Amravati. Now I request today's dynamic personality, Dr. Atul Dod sir, to start his lectures. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayura madam.
Welcome, sir.
My voice is audible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Audible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So good morning, everyone, all participants. So today I feel very happy that I got an opportunity to present this lecture on mining geology and its overview. So let me tell you first that I have completed my graduation from Sri Shivaji Science College, Amravati, in 2006. And then after MSc in geology and PhD, and now I'm working with DGM department as a district mining officer, Aurangabad. Voice is audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So I need to proceed, right?
Okay.
So let's start. First thing is why mining is important to us. So you all may be knowing that mining provides us with the different things. So different metals like zinc is used for sunscreen and medical ointments. Then graphite, aluminum, and titanium used for sports equipments. Diamonds and gold used for ornamentation, or it can be used in ornaments. Then phosphate, nitrogen, sulfur, and potash, these are used in fertilizers, for making fertilizers. Nickel can be used for making batteries. Then barite, lead, indium for making LED TVs, and it can be also used in making speakers. Iron and calcium used for daily vitamins. Then clay, gypsum, limestone, sand, gravel. This is what the building material we can call it as. It can be used to construct our homes. Then cobalt can be used for turbine engines, and steel, copper, zinc, barium, graphite can be used in vehicles. And coal and uranium can be used for making electricity, that you must be aware of. Then stainless steel is used for making. Minerals and metals are is essential to our daily lives, and it's difficult to imagine the world without them. You all must be aware about. Then the second is mining geology. So here it is very important to understand what exactly the mining geology is. My screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you. So here is mining geology is an applied science which combines principles of economic geology and mining engineering. So basically it is a combination of economic geology plus mining engineering to the development of mineral resources. Voice is audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, in between I'll
Yes,
ask you this question so as to understand that if I'm communicating with you or not, right?
so screen नाही दिसत आहे.
Okay, okay. Let me share. Let me share. My screen is visible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, okay,
Yes, sir.
okay, okay. So now, next slide. Mining geologists and engineers, they work together to identify the ore deposit and the ore deposit to economically extract the ore. So now it is very important to understand in when we are talking about the mining geology, then very economy word is very important, because whenever we are trying to extract the material from the earth, that time it is the responsibility of the concern or the persons who are engaged in mining that the entire process should be economically profitable. So whatever we are doing, whatever the extraction we are doing, whatever the excursion we are doing for mining, so it should be economically profitable. So economic geology concerned with the earth's material that can be used for economic or industrial purposes. For example, precious metals, non-metals, construction grade stones, petroleum minerals, and etc. So it is important to talk about the definition of an ore. So what exactly the ore is? Ore is an aggregate of minerals from which metal can be profitably extracted. So this is what the very simple definition of an ore. Ore is an aggregate of minerals from which metal can be profitably extracted. That is known as ore. Next is regional and local geology. So when we are talking about the mining geology, that time these two terms are very important: regional geology as well as local geology. My voice is audible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, yes. So whenever we are talking about the mining geology, at the same time, it is very important to understand the two terms which are connected with the mining geology. Those terms are regional geology as well as local geology. So regional geology is the geology of a large area that we call it as, for example, geology of Maharashtra can be considered as a regional geology. Then second is local geology. So local geology is very, very important when we are going in detail for the study of any particular area. So that time this local geology is very, very important. To understand the regional geology and local geology, it is important to know the different scales. I think you must be aware about small scale maps and large scale maps, right? My voice is audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So it is very important to understand the different scales which are used for mapping. So one very simple trick to understand or to remember the scales. So if you are talking about the small scale, then small scale will depict large area. It shows large area. So it is vice versa. Large area, small scale. small area, large scale. So when we are studying the regional geology, that times small scale maps are used for studying the regional geology. And when we are going into detail for studying the local geology, that time large scale maps are much useful. So if your screen on your screen you must be having the picture of Maharashtra, which is a small scale map showing the regional geology, and as well as in second picture there is one map which is there is one diagram which is showing you the local geology. It is visible to everyone. This map is visible to everyone.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
This is the diagram which is showing you the local geology. So local geology is the geology where the detailed studies can be done, because it is there having a large scale. Let me ask you one question. If you all people are comfortable in English, or should I start in Marathi, or in between Marathi and English?
Comfortable in English also.
So everyone is comfortable in English. There is no problem.
No, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you. So next is, so I hope you understood the difference between regional and local geology. Next slide. So here this diagram is about a geological cross section. I'm very sure that you all are the students of geology and you must be well versed with the geological cross section, or what exactly is the cross section. In simple language, I would say cross section is what the representation of the subsurface area beneath the earth on a paper. This can be the simple definition of the cross section. So what is the diagram in front of you is the diagram of the cross section of the different boreholes. Consider this as a limestone prospecting scheme in which different boreholes are drilled in the surface, and cross sections of all those boreholes are depicted over here. So if we consider any of the borehole, then these are the different intervals on which at which the readings have been considered. So when we are studying for the when we are doing limestone exploration, that time there are different values, that CaO, MgO, these different values we are checking for. And if we plan to explore the limestone, that time it is very, very important to understand, or it is very important to have a profitable extraction of limestone. In case of, it is very important in case of any metal. Initially only we discuss
आवाज ब्रेक होता है सर.
Hello. My voice is audible to everyone.
Now, yes, sir.
Okay. Should I start?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. So,
सर आवाज अटकत आहे.
Not coming properly.
So can you have clear voice now?
Yeah, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So should I continue?
Yeah, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Okay, no problem.
has I request everyone to please switch off their mics. My voice is everyone. What the geological cross section talking about. I hope I am audible to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So here, so this is what the diagram which tells you how the limestone is occurring beneath the surface of the earth in different intervals. So these different intervals can be studied by taking out the cores by conducting a drilling program. So there are different types of drilling machines which can be used to drill the material to take out the core, and after taking out the core, that core can be, after taking out the core from the subsurface, then the different uh, checking for different range of CaO and MgO can be done in the lab, and with the on the and on basis of the results which are coming out from the lab testing, then we are demarcating the different zones which are present beneath the surface of the earth, and after present beneath the surface of the earth, on the basis of different testings that we are doing for the values of CaO, MgO, and the subordinate things which are there. Next slide is different stages of mining. So here it is very important to understand what are the different stages which are present while carrying out any mining project. So there are different key decision nodes and the rate of expenditure which is included in the big project. These are actually truly a big budget projects for mining. So here it is very important to have a proper decision on a proper node. So there are few nodes. Those nodes we call it as a key decision nodes, on the basis of which we decide that whatever the area we have selected, the selection is proper or not. Then whatever the extraction will be doing, that will be economical or not. Should we process further for the investigations or not? All those decisions are taken on the basis of key decision nodes. So let's have a glance over it. So first thing is regional selection. Regional selection is what? So initially only before 2 slides we have seen. So for studying the regional geology, we need to have a small scale map. We have taken an example of Maharashtra map. So for this, detailed planning is very important. Then along with a literature review. So first of all, to explore geology in any area, it is very important to have the literature review, because because literature review will give you. My voice is audible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because this literature review will give you the idea of an area or the geology of an area, with the help of which you can proceed further. Then this regional selection also includes detailed planning of the area, followed by the literature review. So this is what the high risk zone we have demarcated. So let me demarcate this thing for you. So here this one is this is the area we are talking about, regional selection. So regional selection is the high risk zone we consider as. So as we move forward from here to here, our risk will be lowered down. So after regional selection is, let me tell you again, regional selection is the selection of a large area on which we'll be working for identification of any mineral. Then second keynote decision point is area selection. So after selection of regional area, then again we are trying to find out the particular area where we can go for the economical extraction of an ore. So this is our second stage. So here in case of area selection, we have this reconnaissance exploration. Then different methods are there. You must be well versed about the remote sensing, then airborne surveys and geophysical surveys. These surveys can also be done in case of area selection. And then mapping is very, very important. So here we need to actually go to the field, and whatever the field studies are there. So on the basis of field studies, we are taking the decision that if we should proceed further for the exploration program in particular area. Exploration drilling, I'll call it as. So first of all, regional selection of a large area. Then second thing is area selection, that is selection of a small area out of the regional selection. And on the basis of this area selection, if we got an particular area where we found on the basis of field studies, if we find that this area is okay to go further on the basis of results which we are getting in the field studies, then we select this area for further exploration drilling. And then our drilling machines will be deployed in the area, and then the drilling program will start. Okay, so now, so here I told you already that this is the high risk zone, and if we move forward, then our risk will be declined eventually. Then this is the third keynote decision, that is pre-feasibility study. So here, this pre-feasibility study, you can see here we have given exploration drilling. So actual drilling program will be done in this stage. And then whatever the material we have drilled, whatever the cores we have taken out, we have extracted, all those cores will be assessed. Assessment will be done for if we are talking about the limestone scheme, then the CaO values, MgO values will be considered, will be checked, will be assessed, and on the basis of these, the results will be, or the inferences will be taken out. So this is what the pre-feasibility study. So you can see here, in this particular zone, exploration drilling is actually done. Next is feasibility study, that is last node, that is key decision node. So here, if we look at this column, then here you can see the mine development is there. So this is what the decision node here, on the basis of the previous all those regional selection, area selection, and pre-feasibility study. On the basis of all these observations, here we are to decide that if we should go forward in this particular area or not. Because when initially, when we have already taken out the core material by using different types of drills, so with the different inferences, with the different results, you can have with you the total data, which will by identifying or by studying that total data, you can always take a decision that you should proceed with this area or you should stop. So this decision can be taken at this particular level, and on the basis of this decision, it will be decided that you are going for mining in this particular area or not. So here, this next part of this diagram is giving you about mining. So before, what you have done, that we have already covered up, and after this, on the basis of all these observations, now you have decided that yes, this particular area is okay for mining or good for mining, that you have the potential in the area, and then you can go for mining, and then mine development is there, and then consequent things are there, which we'll see in next slide. So after all these processes, we are finally deciding that we are going for mining or not. So this is what next diagram. I hope my voice is audible to everyone, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So next slide is about mineral exploration. Exploration is what to explore anything. So mineral exploration is about the exploration of mineral. So here you can see the basic initial stage. We have seen that studying of first of all we study regional area, then we go for area selection, then we go for field studies, then we go for drilling, and finally then we go for mine development. So these are the different stages. So in any mining project, there are different stages which are involved in mineral exploration. So number one is identification of mineral evidence. So identification of mineral evidence is all about, we need to identify if there is occurrence of mineral in the area in which we have in which we are doing our preliminary study. So that we need to identify. Second is sampling. So when you are doing the preliminary studies, that time the samples are very important, which will give you an idea. For example, if you are traveling, if you are taking the traverses in any field, then that time you are collecting the samples and you are checking all those samples in the laboratories. Those samples, the results of the laboratories will tell you if those samples are actually economic or not, and on the basis of that, you are going forward for taking the decision. So this is the initial stage in which there is a field survey in which you are identifying the basic area. And second thing is after selection of an area, if you find that area is comfortable or the area is good for going in exploration, that drilling program, then here in this picture you can see the actual drills are mounted and with which the drilling program is conducted, and the core is profitably taken out or core is extracted. So this diagram is telling you about the core. So this is what the core we have extracted by this drilling machine, and this core will be sent to the laboratory for hope I'm audible to everyone. I hope I'm audible to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So here in this diagram, you can see this is the actual core which we have drilled with the help of drilling machine, and this core will be sent to the laboratory to check the different values which are present in the core. And on the basis of those different values, we can always predict that whatever the subsurface geology is there, that should be if we could take out profitably, if we could take out the bill profitably from this particular area or not, that decision could be taken on the basis of the result which we got from the chemical testing. Then next one is exploration permit. So if we find that yes, now this area, whatever the area I have selected, this particular area is okay for okay to proceed further, means I have the potential in this area and I should go forward. Then if you want to do a drilling program in this particular area, then you need to have a permission for it, and that is known as I hope you could see my presentation.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Sorry for interruption from my side. Okay. So next step after exploration program is reserve estimation. So whatever the results we are getting in sample in the laboratory test, on the basis of that we are calculating the reserves which are there. There is a separate procedure which I could not explain right now, but there is a different procedure to calculate the reserve, that we call it as a reserve estimation, right? And after reserve estimation, there is one aspect, that is economic feasibility. So this is very important aspect, because whenever we are talking about the mining and exploration, this economic concept is very important, that is economic feasibility. And if we found that this economic feasibility is okay to proceed further, then we decide to go further in this case. And if we found economic feasibility is okay with the project, then we finally go for mining permit, and then we go for mine production. So whenever you need to have a mine production, that time it is very important for you to have that mining permit. So this permit, if you have this mining permit, then only you can go for mine production. So these are the different steps which are involved in mining. I'll again repeat. First of all, identification of mineral evidence. Second is preliminary sampling. Then third is exploration permit. Fourth is exploration program. Then reserve calculation, reserve estimation. There is a separate procedure in geology for reserve estimation, which you all must be having. And then economic feasibility, we always need to check this, if whatever we are doing is economically viable, feasible or not. Then last but one is mining permit. You need to have mining permit to have mine production, and then you can actually start with your mine production. So this is very good sentence I have given here. Mineral exploration is actually a gamble. Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. So, so there is not surety in mineral exploration that always we will win. Sometimes it is possible that whatever the projects we are doing, sometimes it might be productive or sometimes may not. So that's why it is said that mineral exploration is a gamble. This is a very simple representation of a mining cycle. So here you can see, first step in a mining cycle is exploration. Second is construction of mine. Then third is actual operation of mine. And last portion is closure and rehabilitation of mine. So exploration is, again, I'll not repeat. Construction, you know, and operation is actual productivity which starts in the mining comes under the operation program. And last is closure and rehabilitation. So when we are doing the mining, that time we are badly affecting the surface of the earth. So if we are doing the mining for the development, at the same time, it is our responsibility to reinstate the portion after mining. So this portion is included in the closure and rehabilitation program. So this closure and rehabilitation program is implemented on a large scale in case of major mines, or you can say in different countries in outside India. These programs are implemented in a well-versed manner. In India also, there are few places where closure and rehabilitation programs are implemented very strongly. So again, we are here, mine closure program. I hope I am audible to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you. So here, this is one diagram where the different stages are given. First thing is exploration. We have already seen this exploration portion. Then second is development. Development is how the development is in two terms. First thing is mining is very important. If you have a development in our surroundings, for building construction we need building material. Then for different initially in second slide only we have seen that in our daily day-to-day life there are different things which we are using. So for those, metals are very important. So it is very important to take out the material or take out the metal, to extract the metal from the surface, which we could utilize for different purposes. Or in other terms, we could say that for development, this mining is very important. And then third picture is about operations. Operations is the actual procedure or the actual stage where this mining is done and where the material is taken out from the surface of the earth, and then different material are processed in a different manner. And last thing is, after taking out the material, as we already discussed, we are badly affecting the surface of the land for mining activity. So it is our responsibility at the same time, simultaneously it is a responsibility of everyone to reinstate the mine to its sustainable phase. And the last image is mine closure plan. So mine closure is actually reinstation or reinstating the mine to its original phase or to a sustainable phase, that we call it as. So 4 different stages: exploration, development, operations, and closure. So for development, exploration is important. For development, mining is important. So all these things are interconnected. So next slide is about mining industry. So here, so this is what few features I have given to understand the pictorial representation of a mining industry. So this is next slide is career in mining. So I think this is most important for every student, right? So there are different careers which are there in mining industry, and this is what what I could say. This is what the curious thing that every students want to hear, or every student want to understand. So here I have tried to incorporate the different images so as to make you understand. So this is what the slide of career in mining. So first thing is environmental engineer. Environmental engineer is the person which deals with the environmental aspects in the field of mining. Then second is a geological engineer. Same thing, deals with the geological aspects. Mining engineer is the person who is actually involved in all the mining activities, construction of mine, and different procedures we need to follow, different processes we need to follow, we need to understand in case of mining. Then fourth point is a GIS specialist. GIS is a word you must be well versed about. GIS is a geographical information system which is widely accepted and widely implemented in every field. So here in mining also now GIS is widely used or widely implemented. Next is mineral process engineer. So mineral process engineer is the person who is responsible for processing of different minerals which is profitably extracted or which is extracted from the core or from the surface. Then next is petroleum engineer, you must be aware about. And last is surveyor. Surveyor is the person who is responsible for doing the surveys. So these are the different phases or different areas where there is a scope to enter into the mining industry. Mining. My voice is audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. So this is most important slide for everyone. Opportunities in mining. So after your message,
I'm not audible your voice, sir.
Okay. Voice audible?
No, sir.
Your voice is breaking.
No. Okay. 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 So it is. I'm audible to you now.
Yes, sir.
Yes. You can see my presentation on your screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So first and very important opportunity for you is going through MPSC or to opt for MPSC, that is Maharashtra Public Service Commission, which will give you different options like DGM, that is Directorate of Geology and Mining, through which you can go for having different posts of district mining officers or geologists. This DGM Maharashtra is having its head office in Nagpur, and the recruitment for DGM held through MPSC as given here. Second is GSDA. You all must be knowing GSDA, that is Ground Survey and Development Authority. GSDA is also recruiting MSc geology people to have a good manpower for doing the ground survey work. Then next option is UPSC. See, these are not only the two options which are there in MPSC. Apart from these, also there are different options. But just to make you understand, I have given only two options, that is DGM and GSDA. Second is UPSC. UPSC is a central government exam. Second is also examinations through UPSC. So GSI exam is there, which is the gateway to enter into the GSI and CGWB. I hope I'm audible to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. So this is
Yes,
what
sir.
UPSC is the gateway to enter into the GSI and CGWB, whereas the MPSC is the gateway to enter into the DGM and the GSDA department. Then apart from this, there are different private companies like CIL, that is Coal India Limited, WCL, that is Western Coalfields Limited, MECL, Mineral Exploration Corporation Limited, then Hindustan Zinc Limited, they are also offering jobs for geologists. Then OFI, that is Oilfield Instrumentation, this company
The sound is not coming properly, sir.
and I request you
Your
all.
sound is not audible.
So if you have any queries, then you can always ask if you have any queries. Your queries are welcome. I hope you understood something from this lecture regarding mining.
सर
If
चॅट मध्ये क्वेश्चन्स आहे विद्यार्थ्यांचे.
okay. Let me check. Chat. There is one question from Pratap Singh, right? Akhand Pratap Singh. if you have any questions, then your questions are welcome. I am very happy to answer your questions, please. I again request you to have questions, because it is very important to have question answer session. Yeah, I'm having one question from Purnima. My voice is audible to everyone?
Yes,
My
sir.
voice is, yes. There is one question coming from Purnima. Up to what depth we can drill the area? So the answer for this is, see, this drilling depth is dependent on the project in which we are working. So for different projects, the drilling depth can vary. So there is not consistent answer or not constant answer for this particular question, because the answer for this question will be dependent on the project in which you are working. So for limestone, it might be different. For other metal, it might be different. So I again request to everyone to have your questions, please. Because if you are asking question, then also you are increasing your confidence level, which is very, very important. Please come forward with your questions. Until and unless you will not ask questions, this session will not be completed. Interaction is very, very important.
Sir, I would like to ask one question. सर यावर्षी GSI ची पोस्ट जिओलॉजिस्ट साठी नाही निघालेली आहे. काही समोर अपॉर्च्युनिटीज राहील का सर जिओलॉजिस्ट साठी GSI मध्ये?
हॅलो
हॅलो,
हा, आपण आपलं नाव काय सांगितलं?
सौरभ पवणेकर बोलतोय सर.
सौरभ सर. सौरभ सर, सध्या आपण ऑपॉर्च्युनिटीज बद्दल जर बोलतो आहे, तर सगळ्यात पहिले ऑपॉर्च्युनिटीज बद्दल बोलण्याच्या आधी एक वाक्य म्हणेन की देर इज ऑलवेज स्कोप टू द पर्सन, नॉट टू द सब्जेक्ट. असं आपण एक जनरल वाक्य म्हणू की आपण कुठलाही विषय का असे ना, त्या विषयामध्ये आपण जर चांगलं केलं तर आपल्याला ऑलवेज देर इज अ स्कोप. परंतु प्रॅक्टिकली जर बोलायचं झालं तर असं म्हणता येणार की डीजीएम डिपार्टमेंट आणि जीएसडीए डिपार्टमेंट हे जे दोन डिपार्टमेंट आहे यांच्याबद्दल पहिले बोलतो आणि नंतर पुढे जीएसआय आणि सीजीडब्ल्यूच्या याच्यावरती शिफ्ट करतो. सो सगळ्यात पहिले डीजीएम आणि जीएसडीए मधला बेसिक डिफरन्स आपण समजून घेऊया रिगार्डिंग द स्ट्रक्चर. डीजीएम डिपार्टमेंट इज द डिपार्टमेंट वेअर दिस डिपार्टमेंट डील्स विथ द mineral exploration programs, then drilling programs, and again this department is having their own representatives in different revenue department in different districts in the revenue department who are working as a district mining officer just like me. तर आपण इथे समजून घेऊया की डीजीएम डिपार्टमेंट मध्ये काय आहे की देर इज अ लिमिटेड स्ट्रक्चर. म्हणजे इथे लिमिटेड लोक असतात जे की आता आपल्याकडे समजा 36 डिस्ट्रिक्ट आहेत, तर आपल्या इथे 36 डिस्ट्रिक्ट मध्ये 36 डिस्ट्रिक्ट मायनिंग ऑफिसर काम करतात. आणि त्याच्यानंतर जे लोक रिजनल ऑफिसेसला काम करतात, सो ॲज आपल्या इथे औरंगाबाद, नागपूर, कोल्हापूर आणि चंद्रपूर या ठिकाणी आपले 4 रिजनल ऑफिसेस सुद्धा आहेत, ज्या ठिकाणी सुद्धा जिओलॉजिस्ट स्कीम्स वरती काम करत असतात. तर ही टोटल संख्या जर आपण कन्सिडर केली तर ही फार लिमिटेड संख्या आहे ज्याच्यामध्ये आपल्याला स्कोप आहे. त्यामुळे डीजीएम डिपार्टमेंट मध्ये थोडी लिमिटेड वॅकन्सी आहे असं आपण म्हणू शकतो. एकदा 1986 ला वॅकन्सी निघाली होती, त्यावेळेला मोठी मेजर रिक्रुटमेंट झाली होती. आणि त्याच्यानंतर पुन्हा 2014-15-16 ही जी फेज होती, या फेज मध्ये 15ला आणि 16ला रिक्रुटमेंट झाली, ज्या वेळेला पहिल्यांदा 22 पोस्ट आणि दुसऱ्या वेळेला 20 पोस्ट रिक्रूट झाल्या होत्या एंटायर महाराष्ट्रात. आणि त्याच्यानंतर जीएसडीए बद्दल जर बोललो तर जीएसडीएचा फ्रेमवर्क कम्पॅरेटिव्हली डीजीएम पेक्षा बऱ्यापैकी मोठा आहे, ज्या ठिकाणी बऱ्याच संख्येने जिओलॉजिस्ट लोकांची रिक्रुटमेंट आहे आणि निश्चितच पुढच्या 2 वर्षाच्या कालावधीमध्ये जीएसडीए मध्ये बऱ्यापैकी रिक्रुटमेंट असेल, ज्यामध्ये आपले फ्रेशर्स लोक जे आहेत सध्या जे आपल्या सेशन मध्ये आहेत, या सगळ्या लोकांसाठी चांगल्या पद्धतीने त्यामध्ये संधी असणार आहे. आणि त्याच्यानंतर आपण आता युपीएससी कडे त्याच्याबद्दल बोलूया. युपीएससी मध्ये आपल्याकडे आपण जे सीजीडब्ल्यूबी आणि जीएसआय डिपार्टमेंट बघितलं, या ठिकाणी आपण कन्सिस्टंटली बघतोय की मागच्या काही वर्षामध्ये कन्सिस्टंटली जीएसआयच्या वॅकन्सीज निघत आहेत. बट रिसेंटली आता फक्त जे मी आता यांच्याकडनं ऐकलं की यांच्यामध्ये आता सध्या फार कमी संख्येने पुढे काही कालावधीसाठी जागा निघणार किंवा सध्या वॅकन्सीज नाही असं सुद्धा आपण जीएसआय मध्ये ऐकलं. बट असं वाटतं की जीएसआयचं जे आहे फ्रेमवर्क, जीएसआयचं फ्रेमवर्क एंटायर ऑल ओव्हर इंडिया जीएसआय मध्ये खूप मोठ्या प्रमाणावरती जिओलॉजिस्टची रिक्रुटमेंट असते. सो ही फेज जी आहे ती लवकरच आपण म्हणूया की लवकरच जाणार आणि लवकरच पुन्हा एकदा जीएसआयचं जे ओपनिंग आहे ते आपल्या सगळ्यांसाठी ओपन होणार असं वाटतंय. आणि जीएसडीएच्या रिक्रुटमेंट पुढच्या 1-2 वर्षामध्ये असणार हे पण निश्चित. आणि डीजीएम डिपार्टमेंट बद्दल बोलायचं झालं तर थोडंसं यू नीड टू हॅव वेटिंग पिरियड. तुम्हाला थोडासा जास्त वेटिंग पिरियड डीजीएम डिपार्टमेंट साठी असू शकते बिकॉज ऑफ इट्स लिमिटेड स्ट्रक्चर. सौरभ सर, पवनीकर सर.
Yes, sir. So we have some questions in chat.
हो, चॅट मध्ये मला क्वेश्चन दिसत आहे. एक सेकंड. हा, हाऊ ड्रिलिंग अफेक्ट, धनश्री भोसले यांचा प्रश्न आहे, हाऊ ड्रिलिंग अफेक्ट द नेचर अँड हाऊ वी मिनिमाइज इट. हा, ठीक आहे. सो याचा आन्सर मी देऊ इच्छितो की ड्रिलिंग जेव्हा आपण करतो, ड्रिलिंग मध्ये आपण फक्त कोअरच काढतो. म्हणजे स्पेसिफिक आन्सर द्यायचं राहिलं तर ड्रिलिंग मध्ये आपण फक्त
So your voice is breaking.
Sir, your voice is breaking.
Okay. So can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Let me open the chat window. The question from Dhanashri is how drilling affect the nature and how we can minimize. So answer for this question is drilling is only the procedure to take out the core, whereas mining is the procedure to take out the material. So drilling is a very small process. It is only to take out the core to understand the subsurface geology. So the process which is affecting the nature is actual mining. It is not drilling. I hope you understand. Dhanashri. Everyone is audible? Everyone could audible my voice? Pavnika sir, my voice is audible to you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. So I'll take next question. Next question is Anand Akhand Pratap Singh. Sir, you tell us about 7 points career in mining sector. Can we know the eligibility for mining posts like UG's students post in mine, PG's post in mine, remote sensing and GIS student post in mines? Explain in brief. Central government, state government. Okay, okay. Akhand Pratap Singh, could you please send me your email ID so that I could give the answer of all these questions. Please provide your email ID. Yes, yes, yes. I got your mail ID and I'll give you answers for all these questions on your email, because right now it is not possible for me to extend the time. Okay, okay. Thank you, Akhand. Any other questions?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Atul Dod, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, madam. Thank you so much.
I express my heartfelt thanks to our today's guest, Dr. Atul Dod, sir, for his unique and informative lecture on mining geology and career prospect. And also thank all the participants who had joined this lecture. Thank you so much, all of you. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.